Hi people, and hi my Chili Con Carnage crew, it is Chili here, and on this episode, we take a look at the new album, Dream Widow, by Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl. First up, this is a Dave Grohl solo venture, and no, it doesn't contain Taylor Hawkins. We covered Taylor Hawkins in a previous episode, here. Rock in peace, buddy. No, on today's episode, we focus on this album. What is this band? What could I tell you at a glance? Well, this is Dave Grohl's solo project, and it's him doing metal and hard rock. So it's going to be an interesting perspective, that's for sure, and brilliant musicianship from him, of course. Now, this isn't Dave's first foray into heavy metal. He has done this before with Probot, however, that was with guests. This sees Dave working by himself, and fuck, it sounds good. Dave has good taste in metal bands, and a keen ear, so while this was an unexpected album, it's a welcome surprise nonetheless. The album isn't too long, with 8 songs running at 42 minutes long. Each song can stand alone, and on a run through, it has a distinct style. For example, the first track, Encino, is less than 2 minutes, and is a version of a crossover hardcore punk and metal sound that kind of feels like Superjoint. While the 10-minute closer track, Lacrimas de Iberis, feels like High on Fire at times. It's got that doom metal influence or something like that. It's very slow, sludgy stuff, you know. Probably the most unsurprising song that has made it to the most popular played track is the song Cold. And with its lyrics about death and not waking up, then it's kind of no surprise, as they are a bit relatable with the passing of Taylor Hawkins. That song in particular was a hard rock slog of a track, and the solo is really kick-ass too. It's great to see an insight of Dave's inner metal musicianship, as he has a great taste in bands, and after working with many big names, I'm sure they have also influenced him, and it shows on this album. Dave kicks it up a gear to put it into a heavier style on this album, and it's really worth a listen. Even though this might be a soundtrack album as per se for the Studio 666 film that's coming out soon, it's still a very good album. It does show, of course, Dave being Dave and doing different little things compared to, say, his Bee Gees soundtrack, or, the DGs as they call themselves. It's also similar to the side project he did with the Honecker Sessions, Volume 1 and 2. What's probably most impressive about this is, despite the sheer amount of albums that Dave has put out in the last 24 months, this stuff is really good. So it's really worth a spin, and I would recommend it. I feel like he has the potential to become the next Lemmy, to be honest. Overall, I'm going to give this album 1 million chilies, with my favourite songs being Encino, Cold, and the last track, Lacrimas de Iberis. If you're a fan of Foo Fighters but like their lighter stuff, this might be a bit too much. But if you like heavier stuff too, then this one's a really good one to hear. If you don't like the Foo Fighters but like metal, I still recommend this album due to it being more like Probot than the Foo Fighters. I really fucking dig this side project from Dave, and I wouldn't mind seeing it live. Crossing fingers here, but we'll see what happens with the future. This is a kick-ass album. Chili out. Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please consider liking it and sharing it with your friends. And also don't forget to subscribe to our Chili Con Carnage crew to stay updated on our newest videos. We're also on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Live Listen Erased. Please join us on those media platforms for all kinds of updates and discussions regarding music. And as always, stay spicy.